Hello everyone, Alvin Sitkevich with Michigan Gone Wild, and do we have an episode for you today? If you like hard water walleyes, this is the one. You're going to enjoy it.
It's Michigan Gone Wild.
And I couldn't be happier.
You just bagging monster, dude.
Oh my God, bro. What just happened?
I don't know, man.
On Michigan Gone Wild. Michigan Gone Wild.
Yep, there's another one.
Michigan Gone Wild.
We worked really hard this winter trying to put a good walleye episode together, and we visited a lot of great fisheries. We went to Saginaw Bay, Point Au Gray, we were down in Saginaw River, we went to Little Bay de Noc, we were up on Malt Lake, Burt Lake, and although we caught fish and we had a great time, we couldn't really put together an episode that we wanted to show you viewers. We wanted an action-packed, walleye biting frenzy to show you guys. We had a trip to Lake Erie planned, but some things fell through on that. We finally got down to the Saginaw Bay, early March, spawning walleyes. The feed was on. Check it out.
Everyone, Alvin here with Michigan Gone Wild. Today we are out on the Saginaw Bay. It is March 7th. We're coming out, getting on these walleyes. These walleyes are starting to put on the feed bags. They're getting ready to spawn, headed towards the Saginaw River, and we're going to try catching them in between there. So let's get after it.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Come on. I'm using a number 5 jigging Rap Fire Tiger. That's number 1 on the ice for today. So let's get back after it.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Number 3 on the ice.
On the heater. On the heater.
There we go. My first walleye of the day. Not a monster, but was excited to get the line pulled down there. Well, it might be just a keeper. Have to measure him. All right. Walleye on the ice. There's got to be more down there. We're going to get after him.
There's a nice one. This is actually my first fish of the day. Missed a couple earlier, but this is a really nice one. Good for eating. Let's get back after it.
No, no small one. That's okay. That's alright. I'll take him. Alright. Another good little walleye off the bay. Starting to turn up a little bit this afternoon. We're catching them a little more frequently. I'm thinking it's going to turn up even better this evening. And I'll tell you what, man, this is why you come out to Saginaw Bay. You can get into walleye all day long. I mean, anything from, you know, little keepers like this up to 8 to 10 pounds, and it's just a great place to come out. It's a great fishery. Let's get the lines back in the water.
Catfish. Catfish on a jig and wrap. Okay. New to me.
When targeting walleye, there are a few go-to lures that you're going to want to use. You know, walleye, like any predatory fish, like anything flashy, anything noisy. So, you know, your rattle traps and your flashy spoons are great. But your go-to, and this has been a staple for years, is the jig wrap. The way we use these, I've been using Fire Tiger today, and I've had pretty good luck on the Fire Tiger. And I take just a piece of a minnow head and just put that on the bottom treble hook, and that gives it a little bit of scent. You know, they'll come after the jig wraps on their own, but if you give it a little bit of scent, it's going to really help to sell it, and maybe, you know, entice a more reserved walleye to come over and still take a bite at your lure. Also, one thing I like to do with these jig wraps, as long as you're not in too much of a weedy bottom kind of an area, is beat the bottom. That's normally a perch technique. But I like to use it for walleye, especially when you're trying to draw them in from a ways out. And a good way to do that is let your lure drop all the way to the bottom. And if you see my rod tip here, it's completely straight. There's no bend in it. That's because my lure's sitting right on the bottom. There's no tension on the line. As I go to lift it, you can see there's a little bit of tension and a little bit of bounce on the rod. Now my lure is about probably 6 inches off the bottom. Now to beat the bottom, what you want to do is you want to get maximum action out of your jig wrap, while also creating some noise and disturbance on the bottom. So you want to lift about 18 to 20 inches, and then just let it sit. You want to lower your rod quickly so that your lure can settle quickly down to the floor and just come to a stop. And that's going to create some noise, it's going to create some disturbance, and bring in walleye from, you know, anywhere from even 20 to 30 feet out. They'll probably be able to hear that and come in. But make sure that it's going all the way to the bottom.
Go. Number 3 on the ice. Whew. Starting to get into him now. I want to get back in the water.
Saginaw Bay walleye. Working that jig and wrap on the bottom, and it's just dynamite. They're heating it up. I'm gonna rebait and get back down there.
There you go, nice little guy, but still a nice fight. Whoa! Almost lost him there. Yeah. There you go. Starting to heat up now.
Alright, well, we've been using a bunch of jig wraps and rattle spoons and all kinds of stuff, and we hit a pretty good lull there for a little bit. I decided to introduce some chaos and switched over to just this gigantic red daredevil. It's even got some trailer spoons on it. I figured we'd get down there and make a bunch of noise. And looks like it turned them on, so we'll see if we can get another one on here, maybe hook up on something a little bit bigger. But either way, you know, sometimes if things aren't working out, just introduce a little bit of chaos under the water. It'll turn them on.
Alvin had the biggest one. There we go. Nice. Man, the heat is turning up on these walleye. They're really going after these. I switched over to a rattling spoon. I wasn't having any luck with that jig and wrap, so I switched over to a rattling spoon, 5 minutes ago? And here he sets on top of the ice. So I'm gonna rebait and get back down there. He's not a big one, but he's a keeper. And that's my limit. I've limited out down here on Saginaw Bay. So now I don't know what to do. I love this place.
Here we go. Another beautiful walleye. God, you just cannot beat the action here on the Saginaw Bay here in early March. It's awesome. Get out here and go fishing, guys. Wow. Not even a minute apart. Look at that. You know what? This early evening, you know, the sun's gone down, it's starting to get dark out. These walleyes, you know, it triggers their eyes. They're starting that feeding frenzy, and the action is on. Oh. He's off. Oh, he got off right at the hole.
Taking off. Pulling up some drag. Alright then. Alright then. I can play. I like to play games. Yeah, buddy. Well, that makes 4. 4 out of 5. Completely run out of light, but the bite's still on, so we're just gonna keep on fishing. And I'm gonna fish until I got 5 anyways. So these little guys keep hitting, you know, as it got dark, they seem to be getting smaller, but I mean, they're still keepers. And walleye just tastes good. I mean, you know, even if you've got some smaller walleye, they make for a great fish fry, and they bake up really well. So you still get some good fillets off of these guys, and they're just fun to catch and fight all over the ice. So anyways, I'm gonna bait back up and throw another one.
All right, we had an awesome time out here today. Saginaw Bay is an incredible fishery. We had a blast. You know, most of us caught our limit. We really just had a good time. It was fish after fish. You know, some of them were right at the legal limit. Some of them were much higher than that. But either way, they're all going to taste great. And we all enjoyed getting out and enjoying the outdoors, which is important. Now, the best part, Alvin and I, guys, you know, we get a little competitive sometimes, okay? And Nick and Joe, they limited out early. They completely smoked both of us, and it came down to just a grudge match to the end in the last half hour. And who won, Alvin? Who took it?
You did.
Who's that? I don't know if I can hear you.
You did.
It was awesome. We had a blast, and it came down to Alvin and I just neck and neck, and we were getting strikes, landing fish, losing fish. And it was an awesome time. Guys, if you get a chance to get out in Saginaw Bay, late winter, that's the time to go. It's the time to come out. Here's where the fish are. Everybody, stay wild.
Of a child on Michigan gone wild.